Chapter 631 What's going on? This dog, Heavenly Tao, doesn't play by the rules. Boom. Just as Song Heshan was about to start digging a tunnel, a terrifying pressure that made people feel suffocated instantly enveloped this area. Fuck. There's actually an immortal nearby who's preparing to survive the Heavenly Tao Thunder Tribulation. I felt this terrifying pressure from heaven and earth before when my elder and second brothers were going through the Heavenly Tao Thunder Tribulation. This is the 9th Heavenly Tao Thunder Tribulation. Feeling this familiar and terrifying pressure from heaven and earth, Song Heshan's face also revealed an extremely horrified look. He really didn't expect that there was actually an immortal nearby who was at the peak of the 8th level of the immortal tribulation realm and was preparing to survive the Heavenly Tao Thunder Tribulation. Young Master Yi. This is the 9th level of Heavenly Tao Thunder Tribulation. Since the two of us are also within the coverage of the Heavenly Tao Tribulation cloud, the power of this 9th level of Heavenly Tao Thunder Tribulation will increase threefold. For safety's sake, let's hurry up and hide under the swimming pool. After recovering from his shock, Song Heshan shouted anxiously at Yi Feng. However, before he finished speaking, he saw that Yi Feng's eyes turned into a pair of terrifying pupils that made people feel death after closing and opening. Eyes of destruction. With a flash of destructive aura, the Heavenly Tao Tribulation cloud that had just condensed in the air instantly disappeared in the air. At this moment, not only Song Heshan was stunned, but even an old man more than 10 miles away was stunned. Fuck. What the hell is going on? I have been preparing for nearly 2,000 years to survive the 9th Heavenly Thunder Tribulation, but in the end, I did nothing and the Heavenly Tribulation cloud is gone? After recovering from his shock, the old man wanted to cry to death. Although he didn't know what happened, he knew one thing, that is, he would be stuck at the peak of the 8th level of the immortal tribulation realm forever until he died. On the other side. Gulp. Song Heshan also swallowed his saliva at this time, and then looked at Yi Feng with horror and asked, Young Master Yi, that is the 9th Heavenly Tribulation cloud, you destroyed it with just a look? Yes. Is it immortal and kept for reproduction? Besides, I also saved the person who brought out the Heavenly Tribulation cloud, because even without the influence of the two of us, he could not resist the 9th Heavenly Tribulation. It is better to continue to live well than to die under the Heavenly Tribulation. Hearing Song Heshan's question, Yi Feng also responded casually, but what he said was true, because before destroying the Heavenly Tribulation cloud, he had used up an opportunity to spy on the secrets of the sky and confirmed this situation. Too scary. Who is this young Master Yi? Even the incarnation of the heavenly will, the Heavenly Tribulation cloud, can be destroyed at a glance. Is this really something a human can do? Wait a minute. At this moment, Song Heshan suddenly thought of something, then looked at Yi Feng and asked hurriedly, Young Master Yi, you said that when you brought out the first layer of Heavenly Tribulation cloud, there was a little accident, and this little accident, could it be that you accidentally destroyed the first layer of Heavenly Tribulation cloud? Yes. At that time, I told the two younger brothers around me that Heavenly Tribulation cloud didn't dare to do anything to me, but they didn't believe it. So, I brought out the first layer of Heavenly Tribulation cloud and destroyed it directly for them to see. Who would have thought that after destroying it, I couldn't bring out the Heavenly Tribulation cloud anymore? Hearing Song Heshan's inquiry, Yi Feng also said with a little dissatisfaction. You want to show off in front of your younger brother, and then destroy the Heavenly Tribulation cloud? Doesn't Heavenly Tribulation cloud have any face? After learning about this situation, Song Heshan also showed a touch of shock. He really didn't expect that Yi Feng was strong, but he was so good at playing. Young Master Yi is so terrifying. Then I'm not afraid of anything. As long as I stand by Young Master Yi, even if I draw out the Heavenly Tribulation cloud, will it dare to touch me? Thinking of this, Song Heshan looked directly at Yi Feng and asked, Young Master Yi, are you going to draw out the Heavenly Tribulation cloud now? Wait a minute. First, find a place to get some water, and then fill the swimming pool with water. After doing this, draw out the first heavenly tribulation cloud. After saying that, Yifeng took out a rocking chair from the system space and placed it in the swimming pool, and then lay on the rocking chair, basking in the sun and resting. A moment later, when Song Heshan brought water back from somewhere else with the wine-gourd immortal item and filled the swimming pool, he drew out the first heavenly tribulation cloud with an excited look. What's going on? The heavenly tribulation cloud appeared, and there was a terrifying flash of lightning in it, but why was there no thunder at all? Not only that, there was no suffocating pressure from heaven and earth. Swish! At this moment, Song Heshan suddenly guessed something, and then he looked at Yifeng, who was lying on the rocking chair, and said in shock, "Isn't the heavenly tribulation cloud afraid of disturbing this gentleman's rest?" Huh? At this time, Song Heshan seemed to have noticed something, and looked up at the heavenly tribulation cloud in the sky. Soon, two extremely slow heavenly tribulation thunders appeared from the heavenly tribulation cloud, and then fell carefully towards the two of them. Fuck. No way. Although the heavenly Tao thunder tribulation struck me, it is invading my body little by little. With this little power, I can easily resist it without doing anything. Moreover, the heavenly Tao thunder tribulation power that has invaded my body is rapidly tempering the immortal power in my body. According to this situation, I can directly break through to the immortal tribulation realm after a sleep. Song Heshan was completely dumbfounded when he noticed this situation. He had never thought that it would be such an easy thing to pass the heavenly Tao thunder tribulation. In fact, because of the cautiousness of the heavenly Tao thunder tribulation, it brought him a tingling and extremely comfortable feeling. In addition, soaking in the water of the swimming pool and enjoying the gentle sunshine, at this moment, he was actually a little sleepy. This improvement speed is a bit slow. Why don't I just sleep like Yi Xiao? Thinking of this, Song Heshan lay directly on the surface of the swimming pool, and then took a rest in this comfortable feeling. I don't know how long it took. When the two of them successfully broke through to the peak of the first level of the immortal tribulation realm, the heavenly tribulation cloud in the sky not only did not disappear, but gradually strengthened, and evolved directly to the second level of heavenly tribulation cloud. Heavenly tribulation cloud, taking this opportunity, I must send this demon away and let him go to the heavenly Tao of Huahua God realm. I really can't bear it. System, what's going on? This dog, Tian Dao, doesn't play by the rules. If the host wakes up and finds that he has directly broken through to the ninth peak of the immortal tribulation realm, will he think that it was my fault? He didn't do anything, but got a big black pot for nothing? Chapter 632, The eldest and second brothers are sleeping so soundly. A moment later, when the Tian Dao tribulation cloud evolved into the second Tian Dao tribulation cloud, and two more Tian Dao thunder tribulations fell to massage Yifeng and Song Heshan, who were sleeping soundly, two space cracks appeared right above Song Heshan. Fuck. What the hell did I see? The Tian Dao thunder tribulation is carefully invading the power into the body of the third brother, and then quickly tempering the immortal power in his body? When Song Hechuan walked out of the space crack and saw this weird scene in front of him, he was dumbfounded. Second brother. Not only that, this method seems to give people an extremely comfortable feeling. Look at the sleeping third brother, his face is full of enjoyment. At this time, Song Hehai on the side also expressed his thoughts with a shocked expression. After an incense stick, Yifeng and Song Heshan's cultivation directly broke through to the peak of the second level of the immortal tribulation realm. Not only that, the heavenly tribulation cloud did not dissipate, but evolved towards the third level of the heavenly tribulation cloud. Big brother. Is the heavenly tribulation cloud also leading me to evolve? If we keep doing this, when my third brother wakes up, won't he have already broken through to the ninth peak of the immortal tribulation realm? This is totally different from when we resisted the heavenly Tao thunder tribulation. Thinking of the 9 life and death dangers he experienced from the 1st to the 9th heavenly Tao thunder tribulation, and looking at his third brother who was sleeping and resisting the heavenly Tao thunder tribulation, Song Hechuan suddenly had an urge to cry. Second brother. This may be the blessing of my third brother. Besides, I feel that all this should be related to the young man lying on the rocking chair next to my third brother. Why don't we go over and ask? Noticing Yi Feng next to Song Heshan, Song Hehai also looked at Song Hechuan and made a suggestion. Heavenly Tao tribulation cloud? I don't have time to deal with you, but you want to wake up that demon? Are you forcing me to chop you? Fuck. Brother, I'm locked by the power of the heavenly Tao tribulation cloud. Song Hechuan, who was about to fly down, shouted in horror at this time. Stop shouting. Me too. This heavenly tribulation cloud is like a psychopath. It didn't strike us for so long, but now it suddenly strikes us. Isn't it playing a joke on us? Song Hehai, who didn't know the reason, also started to curse. Wait a minute. Brother, do you think there is a possibility that it also wants us two brothers to enjoy it? At this time, Song Hechuan suddenly thought of something, and then looked at Song Hehai and excitedly said his guess. Second brother, your idea is really possible. Before Song Hehai finished speaking, 2 huge heavenly thunderbolts struck them directly. Fuck. You treat them with tenderness, but you treat us with heavy thunderbolts. This is so unfair. At the moment of coma, Song Hehai also broke down and cursed. 5 hours later. This sleep is so comfortable. After waking up, Yi Feng also stretched his waist and then checked his own cultivation. Fuck. What's going on? I slept and broke through to the peak of the 9th level of the immortal tribulation realm? However, when Yi Feng found that his cultivation had reached the peak of the 9th level of the immortal tribulation realm, his expression changed drastically, and he exclaimed. Young Master Yi. What's wrong? Hearing Yi Feng's exclamation, Song Heshan beside him also woke up in a daze. Brother Song. While I was sleeping, you directly drew out the 1st to 9th heavenly Tao tribulation clouds? Hearing Song Heshan's voice, Yi Feng looked directly at him and asked. No. After I drew out the 1st heavenly Tao tribulation cloud, I just fell asleep like you. Fuck. How did I break through to the peak of the 9th level of the immortal tribulation realm? After answering Yi Feng, when Song Heshan found that his cultivation had broken through to the peak of the 9th level of the immortal tribulation realm, he also exclaimed in shock. System. Is this your fault? Seeing Song Heshan's confused look, Yi Feng thought of the system directly, and then asked. Ding. Host, I am innocent. All this is the fault of the dog, Tian Dao. It is it that keeps evolving, and then quietly improves the strength of the two of you to the peak of the 9th level of the immortal tribulation realm. It really has nothing to do with me. Hearing Yi Feng's inquiry, the system also hurriedly explained. The dog Tian Dao's fault? It evolved by itself, and then quietly helped us improve our cultivation? Even dogs don't believe this. After hearing the system's explanation, Yi Feng shook his head helplessly, and then said, System, you love me so much, even if you cheat me a few times, I won't say anything to you, but you don't have to lie to me. Ding. Host, this system is upright and honest. If it says it's not my fault, then it's not my fault. If you don't believe it, then I can't do anything about it. Look, you're still anxious. I believe it, okay. After hearing the system's explanation again, Yi Feng no longer argued. After all, the system loved him so much, so shouldn't he love the system once? System, damn. I'm so pissed off, it's not me. You dog, I'm not done with you. On the other side. Why are the eldest and second brothers here? When did they come? While Yi Feng was talking to the system, Song Heshan saw Song Hehai and Song Hechuan floating on the water, and then swam towards them. Who? 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 When Song Heshan swam to the two, he heard their snoring sounds. The power of the heavenly thunder tribulation. The body of the eldest brother and the second brother actually has the power of the heavenly thunder tribulation. After checking the heavenly thunder tribulation power that had not yet dissipated in the bodies of the two, and looking at the two sleeping, Song Heshan also grinned and thought to himself, the eldest brother and the second brother are really blessed by me, otherwise, they will never have the opportunity to enjoy the massage service from the heavenly thunder tribulation in their lives. Look, how soundly they are sleeping now. Hey! Eldest brother, second brother, wake up. Don't sleep. Then, Song Heshan shook the shoulders of the two and shouted. Soon. When Song Hehai and Song Hechuan woke up, they first looked around blankly, and then recalled everything they had experienced before they fainted. Eldest brother, second brother. Is the massage service of the heavenly thunder tribulation very comfortable? In all these years, I have never seen you two sleep so soundly. Seeing the two wake up, Song Heshan also laughed and teased. Chapter 633 Activate the God Order and Go to the God Realm. The massage was very comfortable? And slept soundly? We were stunned, not asleep. Hearing Song Heshan's words, Song Hehai and Song Hechuan looked at him with a fiery look. Third brother. Do you think there is a possibility? That is, we are not asleep, but fainted? After taking a deep breath, Song Hehai tried to calm himself down, and then looked at Song Heshan and asked this question. Big brother. You have enjoyed it and slept. Why don't you admit it? What's the matter? Is it embarrassing for you to take advantage of me, a drunkard? Seeing that his big brother didn't admit it, Song Heshan also said angrily. Big brother, second brother, what are you going to do? Let's talk it over nicely. You can't repay kindness with enmity. Seeing Song Hehai and Song Hechuan approaching him with their hands clenched, Song Heshan panicked instantly. He didn't understand why his two brothers, who had obviously benefited from him and enjoyed the unique heavenly thunder tribulation massage service, were now trying to harm him. On the other side. What's going on? Who are those two guys? As Song Heshan screamed, Yifeng turned his head and looked over. When he saw Song Heshan being beaten by two strange men, a look of doubt appeared on his face. Ding! Host, those two people are Song Heshan's brothers. When you and Song Heshan were enjoying the second heavenly thunder tribulation, they came here. Later, because they wanted to wake you up to ask something, they angered the dog Heavenly Way and were directly struck by two heavenly thunder tribulations and woke up now. Just when Yifeng was puzzled, the system explained. It turned out to be Song Heshan's two brothers. Then I won't get involved in their own affairs. After learning the identities of the two, Yifeng no longer paid attention to them, but checked the rewards he had received. Today's prodigal products have been defeated, and you can get a reward. Find an immortal who has reached the peak of the 9th level of the immortal realm and help him to withstand the first level of heavenly thunder tribulation, so as to successfully break through to the immortal tribulation realm. The random task has also been completed, and you can also get a task reward. Yifeng is looking forward to how many fragments of the God Order he can get in this wave. A total of 27 fragments of the Heavenly God Order were awarded, plus the 3 fragments of the Heavenly God Order I got before, so now I can directly exchange for 3 complete Heavenly God Orders? Although he was very satisfied with this reward, Yifeng still pretended to be dissatisfied and said to the system, System, you cheated me this time and directly tricked me to the peak of the 9th level of the immortal tribulation realm. Shouldn't you compensate me with some rewards? The dog Tiandao cheated you, and I took the blame. Now you want me to compensate you with rewards? Hearing Yifeng's words, the system was almost crying with anger. This was not the grievance it should bear. Ding. Due to special reasons, the host will be compensated with 1 million loser points and 20 fragments of the heavenly God order. Ding. Host, this is the maximum compensation I can give within my ability. The system did not continue to argue with Yifeng about this issue. It was afraid that if it continued to argue, it would suffer more grievances. It would be better to compensate directly and put an end to this matter. Look, look, look. What did I say? I said it wasn't you who did it? If it really wasn't you, would you compensate me? After hearing what the system said, Yifeng also showed a smile of victory, and then thought to himself, the system is still too naive. I just blew it up and it was exposed. System, damn. Even a dog can't stand this grievance. The top 10 official prodigal guards, go fight against the will of heaven. If this system doesn't show its power, it really treats me as a sick cat. At this moment, many of the peak 9th level immortal gods and immortals in the upper realm who were preparing to resist the heavenly thunder tribulation and the first level immortals all found a strange situation, that is, no matter how they released their own immortal power, they could not draw out the heavenly tribulation cloud. At this moment, the heavenly tribulation cloud seemed to be asleep and could not feel their call at all. System. Exchange 50 pieces of the heavenly God order for 5 heavenly God orders. Finding that the system had not spoken for a long time, Yifeng was not going to continue teasing and directly issued the exchange order. Ding. The exchange was successful. Host, you can go to the God realm to play anytime now. As Yifeng's voice fell, the voice of the system rang out from his mind. Brother Song. I have something to do, and I have to leave first. These black jade falling stones are for you. Thinking of hurrying to the God realm to hide for a while, Yifeng shouted directly to Song Heshan not far away, and then activated the designated space portal and left here. You beat me up for your kindness, but I endured it. But now you want to take away my black jade falling skystone? Although you are all my brothers, you can't be so mean. When Song Heshan was thrown out of the swimming pool by his 2 brothers, he was so wrong that he almost cried when he saw that his 100,000 black jade falling skystones were all looted. Xinghuan Holy Land, Xinghuan Peak. First, use a heavenly God order to check the situation in the God realm, and try to determine the direction of hiding in the future within 3 days. After returning to his residence, Yifeng took out a heavenly God order. After activating it, a white jade door appeared in front of him, and then Yifeng walked in with an expectant look. God realm, falling God city. What? How strong did you say the God-killing sect used to be? Let's put it this way, even if a servant of the God-killing sect went to any other top force, the other party would treat him well like a master. It can be said that the God-killing sect used to be a giant in the God realm. There is no other. Any Shintoist wants to join the God-killing sect at the cost of his life, even if it is just to be a servant. After strolling on the bustling streets for a while, the words of a white-bearded old man who asked and answered himself caught Yifeng's attention. Little brother. Don't go over there, that old man talks about the God-killing sect every day, we're almost sick of it. And if you go over there and ask something, he'll just cheat you out of your wine money. Most importantly, what he said was all made up by himself, because there is no secret record of anything about the God-killing sect, so don't be fooled by him. Just as Yifeng was about to walk over, a middle-aged man stopped him and then warned him. System. Use the opportunity to spy on the secrets of heaven once, and check whether what the other party said about the God-killing sect is true or false. After hearing the reminder from the middle-aged man, Yifeng directly gave the system an order. Chapter 634, My friend, have you heard my story? Ding. Consume the opportunity to spy on the secrets of heaven once. The other party's name is Huashan. He was born with a useless body and lived a muddle-headed life. When he was about to die, he wanted to break into the heavenly Tao battlefield once, so that he could die without regrets. As a result, he accidentally obtained the inheritance of the leader of the god-killing sect in the heavenly Tao battlefield, so he knew a lot about the god-killing sect. Therefore, everything the other party said is true. As Yifeng's voice fell, the system's prompt sound rang in his mind. It's all true. Moreover, the other party also obtained the inheritance of the leader of the god-killing sect. After learning these situations from the system, Yifeng's face also showed a touch of surprise. Little brother, you. Hey. Go ahead, I've already warned you. Seeing that Yifeng didn't listen to his advice and walked towards the old man again, the middle-aged man sighed helplessly and then turned away. System. Use the peek function again to find out why this guy has been relying on some news from the god-killing sect to eat and drink for free after obtaining the inheritance. On the way to Huashan, Yifeng gave the system another order. Ding. Consume one chance to spy on the secrets of heaven. Because Huashan was born with a useless body, he did not get the real inheritance, but got some power to keep him alive. At the same time, there are 3 god-killing marks in his body, which can help him survive 3 life and death crises. Correspondingly, he needs to find a suitable successor for the god-killing sect. Soon, the system's voice sounded again in Yifeng's mind. Oh. This guy did not get the real inheritance, but is helping the god-killing sect to find a suitable successor? After learning this, Yifeng instantly became interested. If he rebuilds the god-killing sect, and I hide in the sect, who would dare to join such a weak small sect? And when I hide in the sect, I can defeat many things on him, isn't that perfect? Thinking of this, Yifeng quickened his pace and quickly walked towards Huashan, not far away. Old man. I am very interested in the god-killing sect, and there happens to be a restaurant not far away. Why don't we go over there and drink and chat? When he came to Huashan, Yifeng directly explained his purpose. Oh. You want to know some news about the god-killing sect? Will you buy me a drink? After hearing what Yifeng said, Huashan instantly became interested, and then grabbed Yifeng's hand and walked towards the restaurant not far away with a big laugh. Are you afraid that I will run away? Then you held my hand tightly? Seeing Huashan holding his hand and walking towards the restaurant, Yifeng was stunned at first, then shook his head helplessly, and let the other party hold his hand and walk towards the restaurant. A moment later. In a good guest room of the restaurant. My friend. Today we hit it off right away. You have wine, I have stories, so we must drink to our heart's content today. Huashan drank the wine in the glass, as if he hadn't drunk wine for several years. Old sir. Before you tell me your story, I have a story here too, why don't you listen to it first? There was once a man who was born with a useless body. Because he couldn't practice, he lived his whole life in a daze. When he was about to die, he suddenly wanted to go to the Tiandao battlefield to take a look. Even if he died there, he would have no regrets. But who would have thought that he would unexpectedly obtain an inheritance there? At this point, Yifeng was stunned. Because he saw Huashan on the opposite side staring at him excitedly, and he didn't show any shock at all, because he told the other party's secret. This was not at all what he expected. Little friend. Have you heard my story? Seeing Yifeng suddenly stop, Huashan asked excitedly. He never thought that someone would care about an ant like him. Who the hell heard your story? Why the hell don't you play by the rules? Huashan's question stunned Yifeng. At this moment, he really wanted to say to Huashan, I have revealed the most important secret in your heart. Can't you just be shocked? After taking a deep breath, Yifeng did not answer the other party's words, but went straight to the point and said, Old Hua, I want you to rebuild the god-killing sect. What? You want me, a useless person, to rebuild the god-killing sect? Are you kidding? Hearing Yifeng's words, Huashan finally showed a look of shock. He felt that the strange young man in front of him was absolutely crazy. My friend. Since you know that I have obtained the inheritance of the God-killing sect, then you should know that if you want to rebuild the God-killing sect, you must have the God-killing order. The God-killing sect without the God-killing order is not the real God-killing sect at all. After calming down, Huashan looked at Yifeng and persuaded him. That's not important. I don't care if this God-killing sect is a true God-killing sect. The only thing I care about is whether you are the leader of the God-killing sect. Besides, I don't care about your own situation, but as long as you decide to establish a sect, I will join your sect. Don't you want to feel the feeling of being a sect leader? At this time, Yifeng also expressed his thoughts with a serious face. Bang! Hearing this, Huashan excitedly slammed the table and stood up. From childhood to adulthood, when has he ever been cared about so much by others? My friend. Since you think so highly of me, Huashan, then I will rebuild the God-killing sect as you wish. At this time, Huashan was also trembling with excitement and spoke to Yifeng. Wait a minute. Why does this old man look more and more abnormal? I have come to the God realm, can't there be some normal people around me? Seeing Huashan's appearance at this time, Yifeng also muttered to himself a little uneasy. Old Hua. Then why don't you continue to help? Before Yifeng finished speaking, Huashan interrupted directly, my friend, why call me Old Hua, just call me Sect Master. This guy hasn't drunk much wine yet. Is he getting into the role right away? Hearing what Huashan said, Yifeng smiled bitterly and said, Sect Master, then won't you help the God-killing sect find a suitable successor? Find a bullshit. That bastard didn't help me improve my useless body, but gave me some strength to keep me alive. I'm still pampering him? At this point, Huashan looked at Yifeng and continued, my friend, although I founded the sect and I'm the sect master, don't worry, I'll listen to you in everything from now on. Listen to me in everything? Let's live together in the sect. Thinking of this situation, Yifeng grinned and thought to himself, this seems to be not bad, otherwise it would be boring for me to live alone, and he can help me consume a lot of things that need to be squandered, which is perfect. Chapter 635 You can't even pay for the wine, and then you say you are a spendthrift? I really didn't expect that one day I could become a sect leader. Although I am just a puppet sect leader, I am already very satisfied. But who is this young man, how could he know my secret, and he insisted that I rebuild the God-killing sect? At this time, Huashan also thought about it in his heart with a puzzled look on his face, but no matter what Yifeng wanted to do, he didn't care much, because he was originally a useless person, and being cared and valued by Yifeng so much, this feeling is what he wanted most in his life but never got. A moment later. System. Get me some divine stones and divine crystals from the divine world. I want to let Huashan know my identity as a spendthrift when I pay the bill. After having a good meal and a good drink, when the two of them came to the counter on the first floor, Yifeng directly gave the system an order. System, you speak. Don't let me down at this time. Finding that the system had no response for a long time, Yifeng also shouted anxiously in his heart. Young Master Yi. Pay the bill. Seeing that the restaurant owner had several waiters surround them, Huashan also reminded Yifeng with an uneasy look. Ahem, hearing Huashan's reminder, Yifeng coughed dryly, and then said in an embarrassed whisper, Master, I was in a hurry to go out this time, and I forgot the magic ring containing the magic stone and magic crystal at home. Otherwise, you can pay for this wine first, and I will pay you back later? You still invite me to drink without money? Huashan's head buzzed instantly when he heard this. He really didn't expect that Yifeng invited him to drink, but he didn't bring any money with him. At this time, he really wanted to say to Yifeng, I am a useless person, and you still cheat me like this, don't you feel guilty? This is all my coffin book. If I had known it would be like this, I wouldn't have ordered those expensive wines just now. After paying the bill, seeing that his coffin book was instantly reduced by 1/10, Huishan was so distressed that he almost cried. Master Yi. Since we want to rebuild the god-killing sect, the first task is to find a mountain suitable for establishing the sect. As for the future development of the sect, I wonder if Master Yi has any ideas. If we want to make it bigger and stronger, we have to choose the mountain to establish the sect carefully. After leaving the restaurant, Huishan first calmed his injured heart, and then looked at Yifeng and asked. Make it bigger and stronger? Master, you are a useless person. And I am also a weakling. Do you think we have the capital to become bigger and stronger? So, let's not think about those divine peaks with extremely high concentrations of divine energy. Let's just find a random mountain. In this way, no other sects will come to trouble us, and we can be a little safer. Hearing Huishan's question, Yifeng also expressed his thoughts seriously. Just find a random broken mountain? So casual? Huishan was stunned at first, then thought to himself, although I am a useless person, you are not a weakling. You can know the secret in my heart, so how can you be an ordinary person? Then, Huishan looked at Yifeng and said, Young Master Yi, if this is the case, it will be difficult for us to recruit disciples. What? You still want to recruit disciples? Master, can we have a clear understanding of ourselves? For a sect like ours, let alone recruiting disciples, even if a dog comes, we have to shake our heads and turn around and leave. Hearing that Huishan still wanted to recruit disciples, Yifeng also said with a black face. Not recruiting disciples? Then the entire sect, wouldn't it be just young Master Yi and me? Hearing Yifeng's words, Huishan was completely confused. He didn't understand. If we didn't recruit disciples, what was the point of establishing this sect? Young Master Yi. Maybe I asked too many questions, but I'm really curious. Since we don't recruit disciples, what's the point of establishing this sect? In the end, Huishan couldn't help but be curious and looked at Yifeng and asked. Home. I want to have a home. A place where I can squander money. You may not understand what I'm saying now, but you will understand it later. Seeing Huishan's curious look, Yifeng also explained casually. You want a home? And a place where you can squander money? You can't even pay for the wine, and you still want to squander money? After hearing Yifeng's explanation, Huishan's face was also full of black lines, and then he said in his heart, I have lived a miserable life, and finally met a mysterious young man who cares about and values me, but now with a little contact, why do I feel that he is a little abnormal? Ding! Congratulations to the host for starting the 3-day tour of the God Realm. Although the system will not be upgraded immediately, within these 3 days, all the prodigal products, task rewards, and items obtained by the prodigal clicking on various God-level jars will all be upgraded to God Realm resources. Please enjoy the prodigal and play freely. Ding! Today's prodigal products have been refreshed. Ding! The prodigal gift package is distributed. Please check it according to your mood. As long as the host does not check it for a day, the gift package will be kept for the host. At this time, the continuous reminder sound of the system suddenly rang from Yifeng's mind. I was wondering why the system didn't respond when we were in the restaurant just now. It turned out that it was dealing with these situations. After learning about these situations, Yifeng said directly in his heart, open the spendthrift gift package. Ding! Congratulations to the host for opening the spendthrift gift package for the first time. Reward 10 million spendthrift points, reward top-grade divine stones *100 million, reward top-grade divine crystals *100 million, reward sky-devouring demon dragon blood *10,000, barrel. As Yifeng's voice fell, the system's reward prompt sounded in his mind. Sky-devouring demon dragon blood. The sky-devouring demon dragon is an extremely powerful dragon-like beast in the god realm. Its body is extremely terrifying. Once its blood is absorbed, no matter if it is a useless person who cannot practice or a Shintoist, as long as they can withstand the pain, their bodies will gradually strengthen, and even reach the terrifying level of the sky-devouring demon dragon's body. Huh. This sky-devouring demon dragon's blood is quite interesting. Moreover, it is very suitable for Huashan. How about changing the plan and not letting Huashan become the one who consumes many wasteful products, but training him to be independent, so that I can stay in the sect with peace of mind? After checking the situation of the sky-devouring demon dragon's blood, Yifeng also lowered his head and pondered. Yes. Let's do it. Otherwise, if there is something wrong with the sect in the future, I will have to take action, so why should I hide? As the saying goes, it is good to take shelter under a big tree. If I want to hide well, I must have someone in front of me. Yifeng made a decision soon, and then looked directly at Huashan. Chapter 636, Leave after the work is done, hiding the merits and fame? Why did Yi Xiao's eyes suddenly change when he looked at me? It became a little evil. At this time, noticing Yi Feng's green eyes looking at him, Huashan was also inexplicably panicked, and then thought to himself, although Yi Xiao cares about and values me very much, he is too abnormal. This evil look should not appear when he looks at me. Disperse quickly. The young city lord ran out again on the black magic bull. It seems that many people have been killed. At this time, the crowd on the street suddenly became chaotic, and many people ran to both sides of the street with horror on their faces. Huashan, who was a cripple, and Yifeng, who only had the top cultivation in the lower realm, did not react as fast as those Shintoists. By the time they reacted, a young man riding a 3-meter-high black magic bull had already appeared in their sight. Moreover, the speed of the other party's charge was extremely fast. It was too late for them to dodge. You can't dodge. Then let me see the true strength of Master Yi. At this time, Huashan did not show any nervousness, because he knew that Yifeng was definitely not an ordinary person. At this moment, Huashan suddenly found Yifeng hiding behind him, which made him lose control. Master. At this critical moment of life and death, it depends on you. Then, Yifeng said this. Look at me? I am a useless person, you said look at me? Hearing Yifeng's words, Huashan was going crazy, but seeing that the black demon black bull was getting closer and closer, he didn't have time to say anything more, and directly used the last god-killing mark in his body, and this was also his last trump card, because the other 2 god-killing marks had been used up by him long ago. Boom! As Huashan used the god-killing mark, a terrifying killing intent instantly broke out from his body, and directly enveloped the entire falling god city. Under the cover of this terrifying killing intent, countless Shintoists in Luotian City all trembled all over, and their eyes showed endless fear. Even the black demon bull on the opposite side stopped 10 meters away from them, and the huge bull eyes also showed endless fear. Destruction God eyes. At this moment, a destructive aura that made Huashan feel terrified suddenly flashed from behind him. When he reacted, he found that the black demon bull on the opposite side and the young city lord sitting on it had completely disappeared from the spot. Damn, you still say you are a weakling? I control the power of the god-killing mark, and you almost scared me to death. At this time, Huashan was also complaining in his heart. He knew that Yifeng was not an ordinary person, but he really didn't expect that Yifeng would be so terrifying. You know, when he got these 3 god-killing marks from the leader of the god-killing sect, the other party said that within 1 minute of controlling the power of any god-killing mark, no one in the god realm would be his opponent. Sect Master. You are too powerful. At this time, Yifeng's voice of pretending to be shocked sounded from behind him. Huh? I am powerful? I am not powerful at all. It was obviously you who shot the other party. Just when Huashan was about to say something, he suddenly found that the Shintoists around him who used to be high above him were looking at him with extremely admiring and fearful eyes. He only wanted to describe this feeling of being the center of attention with one word: it was really fucking awesome. Mr. Hua. You're hiding it too well. I wonder what sect you are the leader of, and are you still recruiting disciples? Mr. Hua. My cultivation aptitude is very high. Can you give me a chance to join the sect, because you cheated me of my wine money before? Old Hua. Then, many Shintoists came over and surrounded Huashan. Huh. It seems that the decision I made before was correct. As long as there is someone to help me in front, I will be a little transparent, and only in this way can I live comfortably. Stepping aside, looking at Huashan surrounded by many Shintoists not far away, Yifeng also breathed a sigh of relief, and then secretly said, when I was in Xiantian continent and the upper realm, I always pretended to be a big shot in public. Now I have retreated behind the scenes, and pretending to be a big shot is really fun. After a long time. It's so cool. It's so cool to be admired and respected. Young Master Yi, thank you for letting me feel all this. To be honest, after enjoying all this, even if I die, I have no regrets. After getting rid of the crowd and leaving the town, Huashan looked at Yifeng and said gratefully. Thank me? Master, I'm just a weakling, why are you thanking me? You killed the powerful black demon bull and the stupid young city lord with your own hands, so isn't it natural for you to be respected by other Shintoists? After hearing what Huashan said, Yifeng directly cleared himself off. I left after the work was done, hiding my merits and fame? Does Master Yi want to keep a low profile? Thinking of this, Huashan was shocked, and then he thought with a shocked look on his face, Master Yi may pretend to be cool, but he doesn't want others to know, so he gave me the glory after pretending to be cool. Master Yi. Don't you want to be noticed by others, so you put me in front? In order to verify his guess, Huashan looked at Yifeng and asked. Too small. Master, your vision is too small. I didn't keep a low profile on purpose, so I let you take the lead. But I want you to feel the feeling of being valued and respected. I want you to know that even if you are a useless person, you are still a useless person that those Shinto people need to look up to. I don't want you to live in a muddle, I want you to live a glorious life, I want you to live without regrets in this life. Peng, hearing this, Huashan knelt down directly in front of Yifeng, and then said excitedly, Young Master Yi, it is really a blessing for me, Huashan, to meet you in my 9 lifetimes. From now on, my life belongs to young Master Yi. If I dare not be loyal to young Master Yi, then I, Huashan, will not die well. Ding. Host, you are a jerk. The other party is a useless person. You are still fooling him like this. I have to say that you are really good at playing. At this time, the system also teased Yifeng's operation. Can you blame me for this? I just want to talk casually. Who would have thought that it would become like this while talking? I didn't expect that I am so talented in fooling people. Hearing the system's ridicule, Yifeng shrugged his shoulders and then said with a smug look on his face. Chapter 637, This pair of crouching dragon and phoenix, actually want to establish a sect? Young Master Yi. Anyway, we don't know where to go to find a suitable hilltop. How about we just activate a random space portal and look for it wherever we appear? What do you think? While Yifeng was chatting with the system, Huashan, whose legs were numb from kneeling, quickly proposed an idea to attract Yifeng's attention. Master, your suggestion is good. However, if we use the random space portal, won't we be separated? Yifeng's eyes lit up when he heard Huashan's suggestion, but soon he found a problem, and then he looked at Huashan and asked back. Young Master Yi. Whether it is a random space portal or a designated space portal, each one can support 5 people to use it together, so the 2 of us use a random space portal and we won't be separated at all. Hearing Yifeng's question, Huishan immediately explained, and at the same time thought anxiously in his heart, why don't you let me get up, I'm really numb. Oh. A random space portal can support 5 people to use it together? After hearing this, Yifeng's face also showed a touch of surprise, and then he looked at Huishan and said, Master, what are you waiting for? Hurry up and activate a random space portal. No way. You don't have money, but how come you don't even have a random space portal? Hearing Yifeng's words, Huishan wanted to cry to death. He never thought that Yifeng could be so poor. A moment later. Young Master Yi. It's true that we are so lucky. Although I don't know where this place is, I think this hill is very suitable for us to establish a sect. After walking out of the space crack, looking at the 20-30-meter high hill in front of him, Huishan also looked at Yifeng and expressed his thoughts. It seems that we are destined to be with this hill. Let's go up and take a look. After saying that, Yifeng grabbed Huishan and flew towards the top of the mountain. Young Master Yi. There is no one here, it is indeed suitable for establishing a sect. After arriving at the top of the mountain, Huishan first looked around, and then returned to Yifeng to explain the situation. Well, Master, let's get started. After saying that, Yifeng took out a rocking chair from the system space and lay down to rest. What's going on? You started working, and then you lay down to rest? Are you going to let me, a useless person with no divine power, build a sect? Looking at Yifeng lying on the rocking chair to rest, Huishan on the side was completely confused. He even wanted to shout to Yifeng, I am a useless person, I am a useless person, I am a useless person, you don't bully useless people like this. That's right. Building a sect is a big project. Master, it may be difficult for you to complete it alone. Or, let's spend money to hire someone to help build it. At this time, Yifeng suddenly thought of something, and then looked at Huishan and proposed. Hire someone? You can't even pay for the wine, and you still want to hire someone to build a sect? You won't stop until my coffin is spent. Hearing Yifeng's proposal, Huishan panicked instantly, then gritted his teeth, looked directly at Yifeng and said, Young Master Yi, there is no need to hire anyone, I can do it myself. In the air. Interesting. It's so interesting. I was still wondering who on earth came to the mountain where I usually practiced. I didn't expect that it was a useless person and a weakling. And even such a terrifying combination of them actually wanted to establish a sect. At this time, a sturdy middle-aged man heard the conversation between Yifeng and Huishan below, and he also muttered to himself with a playful look. You too. How about I help you build a sect? And it's the kind that doesn't require payment. Just when Huishan was about to take action, a middle-aged man in a green robe slowly fell from the air, and then looked at the two with a smile and said, You want to help us build a sect? And don't want payment? Don't you want us to owe you a favor first, so that when you want to join our sect later, it will be difficult for us to refuse you? Seeing the middle-aged man who suddenly appeared, Yifeng frowned and asked, Who the hell wants to join your broken sect? I just want to see how fun the sect created by you two, the dragon and the phoenix, can be. Hearing Yifeng's words, Sun Long couldn't help but twitch his mouth. He never thought that the other party would mistakenly think that he wanted to join their broken sect. Little guy. Don't worry, I, Sun Long, will never join the sect you founded even if I starve to death. Taking a deep breath, Sun Long looked at Yifeng and assured him. That's good. Hearing Sun Long's words, Yifeng was relieved, and then threw a magic ring to Sun Long and said, Use the things in this magic ring to build the sect hall and residence, thank you. Are all the things needed to build the sect ready? Hearing Yi Feng's words, Sun Long was also stunned, and then released his consciousness to check the situation in the magic ring. Fuck. Top-grade divine crystals. So many top-grade divine crystals. When Sun Long checked the 100 million top-grade divine crystals in the magic ring, his eyes almost popped out of his head in shock. You know, even if he is a 7th-level god, his family background is not so rich. Division of power in the god realm, true god realm, heavenly god realm, god king realm, god emperor realm, godly lord realm, godly Tao realm, godly tribulation realm. What should I do? There are too many top-grade divine crystals in this divine ring. Should I just take the money and run away, or should I just take the money and run away? After being shocked, Sun Long was also in a dilemma. He really didn't expect that a weakling like Yi Feng would have such a huge amount of top-grade divine crystals in his hands, and what he didn't expect was that the other party actually wanted to use so many top-grade divine crystals to build a sect. This is simply not something a human can do. Snap, after struggling, Sun Long slapped himself directly, which made him sober up instantly. Then he thought to himself, the other party can take out so many top-grade divine crystals at will, so he is definitely not an ordinary person. Maybe there are his protectors nearby. If I dare to take the money and run away, I am afraid that I will be killed by a sword before I fly out of this mountain. Thinking of this, Sun Long suddenly made a decision, that is, he must join the sect founded by the other party. Chapter 638 Xiao Sun, let me go quickly, I will test the blood temperature for Yi Xiao first. What are you doing? Is this guy sick? He slaps himself for fun? Huashan, who was standing aside, saw Sun Long suddenly slap himself, and his face also showed a confused look, because he really couldn't understand why the other party would slap himself for fun. Snap. 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 However, when Huashan saw Sun Long start to take out piles of top-grade divine crystals from the divine ring, he slapped himself 3 times. Even so, his face still showed an expression of disbelief. Yi. Young Master Yi. You want to use these top-grade divine crystals to build a sect? After recovering from his shock, Huashan looked at Yi Feng and asked. Yes. Although the purpose of establishing a sect is to keep a low profile, we can't let ourselves down. So, let's make do with the residence built with top-grade divine crystals in the early stage. When we have better things in the future, we will overthrow the sect and rebuild it. Hearing Huashan's question, Yi Feng also responded casually, and then closed his eyes and continued to rest. Using the best divine crystals to build a sect, this is already high profile, right? And you said that we should live in this kind of sect and keep a low profile in the future? Let's just live here for now, and then tear it down and rebuild it when there is something better. Hearing Yi Feng's words, Huashan couldn't believe his ears. Wait a minute. Didn't Master Yi say that he forgot to bring money? So you can't afford the wine, but you have money to build a sect? Thinking of this, Huashan looked at Yi Feng with a resentful look, and complained in his heart, Master Yi is not without money, he just wants to cheat me, a useless man, out of my coffin money. Huh? Why did Master Yi hand me a divine ring? At this moment, seeing Yi Feng suddenly handing him a divine ring, Huashan asked with a puzzled look on his face, Young Master Yi, what is this divine ring? How can there be no swimming pool in the sect? Just dig a bigger hole and pour all the blood in this divine ring into it. Hearing Huashan's question, Yi Feng also explained. Hey. That's what happened. But I'm a useless person. I don't have any divine sense at all. How can I check and take out the blood inside? Thinking of this, Huashan looked at Yi Feng fiercely, and then thought with a shocked face, other people drain the swimming pool, but you drain the blood. Even a dog wouldn't swim in this blood pool. Sect Master. Is there anything I can help you with? Seeing Huashan coming over, Sun Long asked with a smile on his face. Although he knew that Yi Feng was the boss here, he also knew that Huashan was going to be the sect master. And he wanted to join the sect. If Huashan could say a few good words for him, the chances of success would be greatly increased. How could this guy be so polite to a useless person like me? Is his cultivation level not very weak? Thinking of this, Huashan looked at Sun Long with curiosity and asked, "What is your cultivation level?" "Sect Master. My cultivation level is average, only the 7th level of the God realm." Hearing Huashan's question, Sun Long also responded very modestly. "What? You have the 7th level of the God realm?" After hearing this, Huashan showed an extremely shocked look. Not to mention the God realm, even the weakest true God realm is an existence that needs to be looked up to in his eyes. It's all thanks to young Master Yi. If it weren't for Master Yi, how could a strong man like Sun Long be so respectful and polite to me? Thinking of this, Huashan directly handed the magic ring in his hand to Sun Long, and then said, "Master Yi wants to build a swimming pool in the sect. I'll go dig a hole first, and you can help me take out the blood in this magic ring later." After that, Huashan walked away. Blood? Pouring blood in the swimming pool? Let alone people, even dogs won't go in for a swim. Thinking of this, Sun Long checked the situation in the magic ring. When he saw that there were 10,000 barrels of 5-meter-high wooden barrels inside, a look of surprise flashed in his eyes, and then he took out a barrel directly. This breath, the blood of the devouring demon dragon? When Sun Long opened the lid of the wooden barrel and confirmed that it was the blood of the devouring demon dragon through the breath emitted by the blood, the whole person was stunned on the spot. Who is this Master Yi? Even if the top auction house auctions the blood of the sky-devouring demon dragon, it is sold by bottle, and the bottle is the size of a palm. But when it comes to Master Yi, it is sold by barrel, and it is such a big barrel. Not only that, there are 9,999 barrels of sky-devouring demon dragon blood in the magic ring. Is this going to wipe out the sky-devouring demon dragon clan? Thinking of this terrible conjecture, Sun Long couldn't help but tremble all over, and then thought with a look of relief, "Fortunately, I didn't take the money and run away. If I really did that, I'm afraid I would be a corpse now." 3 hours later, with the efforts of Sun Long alone, he used 100 million top-grade divine crystals to build the prototype of the sect. It can be said that the small sect hall, martial arts training ground, residential courtyard, etc. are all available, but the entire sect can only accommodate about 100 people. "Xiao Sun. Why do you think Yi Xiao wants to build a blood pool? That thing looks very creepy. Not to mention people, even dogs won't swim in it." Looking at the huge blood-colored pool in front of him, Huashan also looked at Sun Long and expressed his thoughts. "Sect Master. Do you think there is a possibility that this blood is not ordinary blood, but the blood of the sky-devouring demon dragon? Even if you are born with a useless body, as long as you can absorb the power contained in this blood, you can increase the strength of your physical body to an extremely terrifying level?" After hearing Huashan's words, Sun Long also explained. "Let me go. Xiao Sun, let me go. I'll test the blood temperature for Yi Xiao first." Soon, Huashan shouted at Sun Long, who was holding him tightly. "Master, you have to control yourself. You can test the blood temperature anytime, but we have to report the situation to Master Yi." Seeing Huashan's anxious look, Sun Long also reminded him with a wry smile. "That's right. Master, I want to join our sect. Since I worked so hard just now, I hope the sect master can say a few good words for me. Little Sun is very grateful." With that, Sun Long knelt down directly to Huashan. At this moment, he didn't care whether Huashan was a useless person or not, he just wanted to stay. Chapter 639, What is guarding the sect? That's just for food. Do you want to join our broken sect? who patted his chest and said that he would not join our broken sect even if he starved to death. Looking at Sun Long kneeling in front of him, Huashan also showed a touch of surprise, but thinking of what Yi Feng had said before, this sect would not recruit disciples at all, which also made him show a touch of embarrassment, because he actually wanted to accept this Sun Long in. After all, this was the first strong man who knelt down to him. Little son, I can only say that I will try my best to help you in this matter, but I dare not guarantee you whether it will work. After that, Huashan took Sun Long to Yi Feng not far away. The other side. That's right. The system said before that today's wasteful product seems to have been refreshed, so I have to spend money again. After waking up from his dream, Yi Feng checked the wasteful products refreshed today. Today's wasteful product, devouring demon dragon egg *1000. Huh? The refreshed wasteful product turned out to be the devouring demon dragon egg? And there are still 1,000 of them. Even if they are roasted, they can't be eaten up. After checking the waste products today, Yi Feng frowned and thought about it. He had to think carefully about how to waste these 1,000 sky-devouring demon dragon eggs. Got it. Soon, Yi Feng thought of an idea, and then asked the system directly, "System, if I hatch all these 1,000 sky-devouring demon dragon eggs, and then keep them in captivity, I can kill 2 and roast them when I have nothing to do. Will this be considered a successful waste?" Ding. Host, if you want to do this, you must hatch all these 1,000 sky-devouring demon dragon eggs before dark, and build a breeding ground, so that the system can make a judgment. Ding. Remind the host that as long as the sky-devouring demon dragon eggs absorb enough sky-devouring demon dragon blood, they can hatch in a very short time. Ding. Because the host has done a lot of stupid things in the past, if the host does not roast them after the system determines, they will explode and die. As Yi Feng's voice fell, the voice of the system rang in his mind. Fuck. When did the system become so cunning? I was thinking that if I could pass the system's judgment, I wouldn't necessarily have to roast them all later, but now that it's done, I can only roast them. After hearing the reminder from the system, Yi Feng also showed a hint of disappointment because he failed to trick the system. System, damn. The host is such a fool, he actually wants to do this. Fortunately, I got some experience from him, otherwise I would have to fix this loophole. You came just in time. I have 1,000 sky-devouring demon dragon eggs here, throw them all into the swimming pool. As long as they absorb enough sky-devouring demon dragon blood, they should all hatch soon. At this time, seeing Huashan and Sun Long coming from a distance, Yi Feng casually threw the magic ring containing 1,000 sky-devouring demon dragon eggs to Huashan. What for? It's enough to humiliate someone once, why do you humiliate them twice? I don't have divine consciousness, you want me to take a shit egg. After catching the magic ring thrown by Yi Feng, Huashan almost cried out of grievance. At this moment, he really wanted to say to Yi Feng, don't bully the useless like this. Sect Master. You are the master of a sect, how can you trouble yourself with such a small matter? So, let me do it. At this moment, Sun Long's voice sounded from the side, directly resolving Huashan's embarrassing situation at this time. Yeah. Xiao Sun, you are right. Then I'll leave this little thing to you. Huashan smiled and patted Sun Long on the shoulder, then handed the magic ring in his hand to him, and thought to himself, Sun Long is really good at dealing with things. It seems that I have to find a way to keep him here. Too cruel. This is really too tragic. No wonder there has been no news about the sky-devouring demon dragon clan in the past few thousand years. It turns out that they were exterminated by Master Yi. At this time, after seeing the 1,000 sky-devouring demon dragon eggs in the magic ring, Sun Long also muttered to himself with horror. He really didn't expect that he had just made a random guess before, but he didn't expect that he actually guessed it right. 1,000 devouring demon dragon eggs. With the devouring demon dragon blood in this large pool, I believe it won't take long for them to grow up quickly. Once their strength reaches the peak, they will be able to walk sideways in the god realm. After carefully placing 1,000 devouring demon dragon eggs into the blood pool, Sun Long's eyes became hot, and then he thought to himself, the potential of this sect is too terrifying. No matter what, I must stay. After a moment. Young Master Yi. 1,000 sky-devouring demon dragon eggs have all been put into the blood pool. When they grow up with the blood of the sky-devouring demon dragon, they will definitely be a terrifying force that will make countless forces in the god realm tremble with fear. It is no exaggeration to say that if anyone dares to provoke us in the future, we will just close the door and release the dragons. Whoever comes will definitely die. After returning, Sun Long also said a little excitedly. Close the door and release the dragons? Sun Long, what are you talking about? Who told you that these 1,000 sky-devouring demon dragons are raised for fighting? Hearing Sun Long's words, Yi Feng also asked with a puzzled look on his face. Huh? Young Master Yi, aren't you raising these 1,000 sky-devouring demon dragons to guard the sect? Huashan, who was standing aside, also asked hurriedly when he heard Yi Feng's words, because his idea was the same as Sun Long's, that is, these 1,000 sky-devouring demon dragons will definitely be used to guard the sect in the future. Guarding what sect? They are raised to eat. Kill one when you are hungry. Kill one when you are greedy. Kill one when you are free. Kill one when you have nothing to do. Kill them for fun, but they must not be allowed to guard the sect, because they are not worthy. When it comes to this issue, Yi Feng also looked at the two people with a serious face and said, if other forces can raise a sky-devouring demon dragon, not to mention worshipping it like an ancestor, they will definitely raise it like a treasure. As a result, it becomes a meat dragon for consumption in your place? Moreover, there is nothing wrong with killing one when you are hungry and greedy, but what the hell is killing one when you have nothing to do? How willful are dragons? Hearing what Yi Feng said, Huashan and Sun Long were stunned. Sect Master. Let's not worry about those little dragons for now, let's deal with my little Sun Long first. After recovering from his shock, Sun Long also tugged at the corner of Huashan's clothes, and then used his spiritual consciousness to transmit his voice to remind Huashan. Chapter 640 Xiao Sun, this golden-armored warrior, are you sure you can beat him? Young Master Yi. The sect has been established. But I always feel that something is missing. Hearing Sun Long's reminder, Huashan looked at Yi Feng and expressed his thoughts. Oh. Sect Master, what do you feel is missing? After hearing this, Yi Feng also looked at Huashan with curiosity and asked. It's missing a chores. Like you said before, although we have to keep a low profile, we can't let ourselves down. If there is no chores, I'm afraid it won't take a few days for the sect to become dirty and messy. In that case, we won't be comfortable living there. At this time, Huashan also looked at Yi Feng seriously and answered. When Sun Long heard this, he quietly gave Huashan a thumbs up. Master. So you were worried about this? Don't worry, we don't lack people to do odd jobs. When the sect really needs to be cleaned, there are many people here who want to take the opportunity to come out and get some fresh air. Hearing Huashan's words, Yi Feng also responded with a big laugh. Young Master Yi. It's not something that just anybody can do. It requires talent. And I have a very high talent for doing odd jobs, so I hope young Master Yi can give me a chance to stay in the sect as an odd job. If young Master Yi doubts my ability in this area, you can also ask one of your odd jobs to come over, and then I'll compete with him. Finding that his hope of staying was getting slimmer and slimmer, Sun Long also stepped forward and directly promoted himself. He knew that if he didn't fight for it in the end, there would really be no hope. You want to be an odd job in our broken sect? Didn't you say before that you would not join our broken sect even if you starved to death? Hearing Sun Long's words, Yi Feng also asked with a surprised face. Young Master Yi. Joining the sect is for disciples, but for someone like me, am I worthy? It's because I have a clear understanding of myself that I said I would not join the sect, because I just want to be an odd job in the sect. At this time, Sun Long also started talking nonsense seriously. How can you even make this up? In order to stay in the sect, you don't even care about your face. Yi Feng was really shocked when he heard Sun Long's explanation. He never thought that the Shintoists in the God realm could be so shameless. Okay. Then don't say I don't give you a chance. Just compete with the servants here. After that, Yi Feng directly said to the system, let Yi come over. My lord. Yi is here. Soon, as a space crack appeared right above the three people, Yi's excited voice came out first. Boom, as Yi walked out of the space crack, a pressure from heaven and earth instantly enveloped the entire mountain, and the sky was covered with dark clouds and thunderous sounds. The strength of the reserve members is still not comparable to that of the official members of the Prodigal Guard team. If the 10 official members of the Prodigal Guard team came out, the heavenly tribulation cloud of the God realm would not dare to show off. Seeing the heavenly tribulation cloud condensing rapidly in the air, Yi Feng also curled his lips and then muttered to himself. What's going on? How did the heavenly tribulation cloud come out? There is no one here to pass the tribulation. At this time, under this terrifying pressure from heaven and earth, Huashan and Sun Long, who had already knelt down, also looked at the heavenly tribulation cloud in the air and muttered to themselves in confusion. I can't defeat the heavenly Dao tribulation cloud in the heavenly Dao battlefield. But dealing with you is just like playing. Looking at the heavenly Dao tribulation cloud that had already condensed and formed above, Yi also smiled coldly, and then directly swung the golden sword in his hand. A huge golden sword energy of 100 meters long directly tore the space, and then cut the heavenly Dao tribulation cloud in the air into two halves. Cut it? This strong man in golden armor, fucking cut the heavenly Dao tribulation cloud into two halves with one sword? Is this really something a human can do? At this moment, Sun Long, who saw this scene, was almost scared to death. He never thought that Yi Feng's subordinates could be so strong. You know, in the eyes of all the Shintoists, the heavenly tribulation cloud is an invincible existence. Huh. Fortunately, I didn't take the money and run away before, otherwise, I would really be dead. After recovering from his shock, Sun Long was once again thankful for his previous decision. Xiao Sun. You will soon compete with this golden-armored strongman who can easily cut off the heavenly tribulation cloud. Are you sure? At this time, Huashan's question suddenly rang from Sun Long's ears. Are you sure? I have a grip, but I really don't hold it. Hearing Huashan's question, Sun Long also smiled bitterly. Competing with a strong man of this level, what's the point of competing? My lord. I wonder what you want me to do. After solving the heavenly tribulation cloud, Yi came to Yi Feng, then knelt on one knee and asked respectfully. Yi, I'm going to let you compete with him. However, it's not a competition of strength, but a competition of miscellaneous ability. For example, the sect hall, martial arts training ground, residence and other places in this sect are all dirty. How are you going to clean them? Hearing Yi's question, Yi Feng also briefly explained the situation. Boom, with a loud bang, the newly built sect, except for the blood pool, the rest of the sect hall, martial arts training ground, residence, etc., were all destroyed by Yi's sword. Then, Yi's figure disappeared on the spot. A second later, when Yi reappeared, he had several more divine rings in his hand. Then he used the countless top-grade divine crystals in the divine rings to rebuild a brand new sect in a few seconds. Seeing Yi's amazing operation, Yi Feng, Huashan and Sun Long were stunned, and the three of them wanted to say to Yi now, I asked you to clean it, not to rebuild it. Huh. After taking a deep breath, Yi Feng looked at Yi and said, Yi, there's nothing to do here, you can go back first. My lord. I obey your command. If you need to clean up in the future, you can call Yi at any time. I promise that every time I clean up, I will give you a brand new sect. After that, Yi directly tore the space and disappeared from the sight of the three people. Hey! Yi doesn't play by the rules. Although this is a waste of money, it makes it difficult for me to feel at home. After all, who the hell always destroys the house for fun? Also, where did he pick up these divine rings? Looking at the several divine rings left by Yi after he left, Yi Feng also muttered to himself with curiosity. No. I can't give up just like that. Since I can't be a chores, I can be a shit shoveler. Thinking of this, Sun Long looked at the blood pool not far away, to be precise, the 1,000 sky-devouring demon dragon eggs in it.